Thank you for coming back to Polka Dot Mailbox, and if you're new, welcome. Today I am creating for you 2 fall-themed cards with my Echo Park Fall is in the Air collection kit. I'm starting off with a base of some Stampin' Up! Paper that I have in my stash. I actually really like to use the Whisper White Stampin' Up! Paper as a card base. It's got a very nice feel to it as well as a nice weight. I have some of these colors from Stampin' Up! That are perfectly coordinated with the collection, so I thought I would use those. I just cut them down to fit existing envelopes that I already have. I find when you make a square card, then you can utilize so much more design techniques and space to create a really pretty layout. So I created a card size that would fit into the envelope, and then I'm just using some of the leftovers that I have from this kit, and there's still quite a lot. I find cards are a really good thing to make when you have leftover supplies. For one, quite often, it's hard to cut into a 12 by 12 piece of paper just to make a card, but when you already have pieces cut down, then it's kind of easy. You can just sort of layer some things up and see how they look, and it's nice amount of materials to create a card because it doesn't take a lot to make a really nice card. I really loved that fox, but I wasn't making a thank you card, so I wanted to use the fox, so I just covered it up with a piece of that same background cardstock, and then I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment that I want on it. At first I was thinking maybe I would utilize one of those ephemera to create a sentiment, but then I wanted something that said that they were thinking of you, so I just stamped that on with my stamp set from Stampin' Up! As well. I really like the wooden stamps versus the acrylic. For one, they're already ready to go. With the acrylic ones, you have to place them on the blocks. And I have a lot of those, but I never seem to reach for them. But I do often reach for my wood stamps, especially my word sentiment stamps. So I stamped it twice, and I'm actually going to layer it on top of each other. I hadn't intended that at first, but I stamped it a second time because I wasn't crazy about the way that the stamp itself kind of smeared part of the edging on the stamp. So I put that stamp down in place, and then I pop up the second sentiment, and that way it provides a little bit of layering, and then you can see that additional edging and everything. I also edge the 3x4 cut apart as well, just to give it a little bit of separation from the border that I'm going to create for it. And I use 2 different tones of brown there, one lighter one that's soft and one darker one that gives it a strong edge. Then I go ahead with the foam adhesive in place in the middle. I'm also going to use this polka dot organza to give just a cute little layering. I've used some doodlebug letter stickers to create the girl's name who the card is for. I layer some pieces of ephemera in amongst the scrap pieces of paper that I had already cut out from a previous project, and it all comes together quite nicely. Those flowers are from a set of Prima flowers that I had on hand. I'm just going to glue that organza in place. I think this is where I burned my finger. I don't recommend pushing your finger into hot glue. I had like a little bit of a blister there for a while after that one. So then I go ahead and I layer some more of the foam adhesive and glue it down with my glue gun to keep it all in place. I've also stitched around the edge of that cut apart on the frame of the card. I go ahead and I use one of my October afternoon buttons, and I either will tie a little piece of this sewing floss through ahead of time, or I will tie a bow and I'll put it on top afterwards. So I use the We Are Memory Keepers sewing twine to put some little bows on it. Then I come in with some Echo Park enamel dots and just give another layer of texture to the card. I would have maybe liked to have stitched across her name, but I had already glued everything in place. I was worried that maybe the name might pop off, but it actually seemed to stay in place pretty good. After I had this piece of orange sitting on my desk, and I thought, I meant to use that ribbon in this card. So I ended up going and sticking it in, and I quite like actually how it turned out. It added again a nice layer of dimension and texture, as it was an afterthought, but it actually really turned out super cute. So I'm going to go ahead and use another piece of paper that I've already cut into there to create this second card. This is another kind of like a thinking of you card as well. It's for my girlfriend whose husband's grandmother recently passed away, and I wanted to just send her and her family a little note to let them know I was thinking of them. The funeral was out of town and they were just getting back, so I thought I would leave something at their door for when they arrived at home, just to let them know that we were thinking of them. And I created this card with the same collection kit, and I never knew which side of the pattern paper that I was going to use. Like, I really started off liking one design and then I flip it over and think, I like this even better. So I'm trying to line up the patterns here because they are the similar pattern in the different color. So I was trying to line it up and make it look like it was all the same, even though so little of it will actually show in the end. I put this polka dot green paper in again, and you can see how well the colors of this kit go with these papers that I have from Stampin' Up! As a background cardstock. I'm just roughing up the edges with my nail. There are tools for this, but I always find it's just easier to use your nail. As you can tell, I clearly don't put a lot of effort into having nice looking nails. I play volleyball and I keep my nails cut short, so I rarely ever paint them or worry about what they look like. So I'm going to add a ribbon to the tag. I'm just going to tie it up on the top here and trim off the edge, and it looks almost like a bow by doing that. And all I've done is just create like a simple knot just by trimming the edges with a little bit of an angle. It ends up looking cute. I like the way that looks. And because I also wanted to say hello, and the card is for a whole family, I used that ephemera to cover the word there and say hello family instead. Again, I'm using some Prima flowers, and I'm going to pop up the tag with this foam adhesive from Michaels, and then I'm just going to use my glue gun to put that in place over top. As you can see, I've done stitching all around the different edges and layers of the card base. I love the way that looks. It's very subtle and it just adds a really nice texture. It's one of my favorite things to use on projects is my stitching. I quite often will go to crops. I'm going to one next weekend and I'm super excited. And the big debate as to whether or not to bring my sewing machine with me. It seems kind of extra, but everybody there knows me well enough to know that I pretty much use my sewing machine fairly regularly. I have not brought it in the past, and this one, the crop that I'm going to is Crop and Create, and it's not a super great venue to bring my sewing machine because you don't have a ton of space to use, and you might not end up against a wall where you have a plug-in. Quite often in a lot of these different crops, there'll be a table for people to bring like their Cricut or any sort of electronics like your sewing machine that they want to plug in, and I've done that before. So I guess I'll have to wait and see. But I really do like the way that stitching adds just a really special touch to any project. This organza, I've smartened up a little bit. Oh no, maybe that's where I burnt my finger. One of the times I burnt my finger because I touched it directly, and I must have done it there because I wouldn't have repeated that same mistake again. My finger was throbbing for quite a while after I touched that hot glue. The organza definitely does not add any sort of protection, like you can normally push paper into it, no problem. So I'm going to come in with a little bit of gold. Those are some Maggie Holmes themed embellishment pieces, some of the thickers and leaves and stickers that add just a really cute gold touch to this card. It's nice again just to bring in some layers of texture and elements that are just providing a little bit of something different. I like the way that since it was a leaf and I had some leaf stickers left over from the collection, I like the way that it looks to sort of layer the leaves all together, the three of them there. So it's just a little bit of that gold peeking out, and the card is almost complete. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you here. Go ahead and hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. I always appreciate creating these cards. I love seeing what other people make, so I'm happy to share the things that I have created and the process that I use to get there. And you can see here even how I've moved those leaves out of the way. I was really struggling with this one. It's like, where do I put all these different things? But I ended up liking the leaves better off in the corner. And I keep playing around with it because it's just like last minute sort of like I can't decide where to put things. And in the end, I'm really happy with the way that the card turned out. It looked really cute. I actually ended up moving. I forgot that I even did that. I removed that gold leaf altogether. Something about it wasn't sitting quite right with me about how big it was on the project. But in the end, looking back, it's kind of like it looked okay there. I keep wanting to stick it in somewhere, and then I guess I finally just gave up on it. Anyways, it's super cute, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again next time.